Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making antler handled ferro rods. Stay tuned and you'll see how I make them. It's Sunday afternoon. I have a cup of tea. I am a very happy person with a cup of tea and a quiet house. So it's a good opportunity to do a little project, and I'm going to do a project involving antler and firesteel. You can get antler quite easily actually from pet stores. I've got some nice antler bits kicking around in my shed. This is one of them and I'm going to turn it into a firesteel. So this is the antler knife that I've made before. I haven't made a video of that, it's just one I made ages ago, and it just kicks around the house really. I use it for all kinds of things like opening boxes, and at some point I'm going to make a nice leather belt sheath for it. And I also made this antler firesteel that goes with it. And you've probably seen me use that in the previous video. I'll put a link to it up here somewhere, which is where I light the wax fire starters with it. So it works pretty well. So I've got my components. I've got the firesteel, I've got the antler. I've made this one a bit longer so it fits quite nicely in my hand. Feels quite comfortable. And I've got a selection of drills. So I've got a couple of drill bits. I know they're 8mm because I measured my firesteel. There you go, it's about 7.8, 7.9, so that's an 8mm drill. And I've got a couple of M8 drill bits. And I'm going to just make sure they fit. Pretty snug, that one's pretty loose, so definitely going to use the slightly tighter one. Right, let's clear some of this junk out of the way. So I found my drill bit, that's the right size. As you see, it's pretty tight in there, which is good. There's a bit of room for some glue. I've got my firesteel. I'm going to just file the edges of this so it's a bit smoother as well. So you're never going to get that sorted out once you've glued it all together. So just looking at this, the way it's going to sit in my hand, that's pretty flush now really, and I'm going to round it anyways. So I've done that, I've sort of filed this down, I've filed out the saw marks where I cut this. I'm going to now drill out the soft centre bit and put in the firesteel. I'm going to round the edges as well once I've got it in, and I'm just thinking about how it's going to go in there. I want it to sit sort of square at this sort of angle, so I think drilling it a little bit with this tilted back would be the right way to do it. So I'm using this little vise that I got pretty cheaply from one of the branded supermarkets, you know, one of those, well, Little or Aldi or something like that. It's pretty handy actually, it's pretty flexible. So I've turned it on its side, it's gripping it quite well. I'm just going to tilt it a little bit more at an angle, so as I drill in with the drills and clamp it in, it's going to stay in position. So that's drilling it. I'm going to do a pilot drill. Somewhere towards the middle. So I've just got to work out how deep I'm going to go. I don't need to go too deep because it's not a particularly long firesteel. So that is going in quite nicely, but that's not anywhere near enough, obviously. That's pretty good. There we go. That fits nicely. Just make sure it feels alright in the hand. Yeah, pretty square. I've not gone that deep. It doesn't need to go too deep. Just go. There's enough glue around it as well. It's pretty much in the middle. It's pretty square. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to now tidy up these edges, round it off. But I'm pretty pleased with that angle. I might flatten this end off as well just to make it look a bit nicer. The glue will hide a lot of it, but I'm just going to square that off as well. And now it's stuck. Typically. So that's the firesteel in. It's just pushed in at the moment. I've probably gone down about 10 mil into it. That'll give room for the glue to go in and hold it really firmly. I like to do that filing just to kind of get this square against the firesteel. That's just me being really anal about it. But that's how I like to work. I like to get things really precise, and that's just me. Right, last stage, just to mix up some epoxy. I'm using clear epoxy and mixing it up in a fast food dispenser. You get these when they put, you know, like ketchup and sauces out in places like McDonald's. They're pretty handy. So, and some coffee stirrers, which you can also get there as well. Scrape it into the heart. Good old knock in, that's it. So, bit of a white round with a bit of tissue. So that's it, that's my firesteel project done. Quick project for this afternoon. Good fun. My tea's gone cold though, which is tragic. We'll come back when the epoxy's dried in a good few hours. Only takes about an hour, but we're going to leave it for a while. So it's been a couple of hours. I'm back. My antler handled ferro rod is now dry. I can tell this because the glue I had left in here is now firmly set and the stirrer is well and truly wedged and is not coming out. So that means that this is nice and dry and ready for a spark test. Let's make sure it doesn't come loose. So this is the one I've made. It's probably a bit big, but that's not really a problem because if it breaks off or it runs out, eventually I'll just cut this off and put another one in, use the same handle, and that'll go on for years and years. But it sparks well, same with the ones as this one's. Quick spark test, show how that looks. Loads of sparks. That is my project complete. If you've enjoyed it, subscribe somewhere here or up here with my picture and watch a couple of other videos and let me know what you think. Is there some stuff that you'd like to see me make? What's been good about this video? What's been really boring? Please let me know. That'd be really helpful. Come back every Friday. There'll be a fresh video, or follow me on Instagram. There's pictures coming throughout the week, or on my blog on Mondays as well. So stay tuned and I look forward to seeing you all soon.